personal growth plus better relationships. And now, Bahati.
Yeah, so I know some of you put on a little bit of more weight, apparently, because you overate. And some of us, I know that we went through this season without certainty. I know that some of us have lost loved ones, and I know some of us have been heartbroken. So it's a mixture of things. If you're the one that overate, if you're the one that, you know, lost someone, if you're one that, we just say that, you know what, life keeps going, and that is why we are here, to just shake your world and bring you back to normal with the Mr. and Mrs. producers in this place. We had that conversation some time back, and it was a beautiful conversation. And I know that so many of you, it was an eye-opener as to how much you can dream, what you can do, and then just a sneak peek of what happens behind the camera, and then the beautiful talents and the people that keep being displayed on TV, not knowing that we have the brains behind each and every production. So it's our pleasure to bring you back these ladies and gentlemen, and I know that you know their names. So now we're not going to mention what we do, other things and other names. I know people know Joab, they know Ben, they know Beatrice, and then they know Elisha. So we're just going to just dive right into it. So how was the festive season?
I had fun.
Yeah, it's all about eating, sharing gifts, especially eating. Food is life.
I hear food is life.
Before we went for this.
There's people that are mentioning food. You're all small. If I were the one mentioning food, you'd be she eats enough food. But for you, you look like you cheat yourselves.
Yeah, true.
And no invitation came through.
I know even up to the same force me to finish food on the plate.
Who forces you?
Girlfriend.
No, like,
Who else?
Tell us.
No, you ask so allow me to answer.
Someone
But
should
girlfriend
be forcing
did.
you. Who forces you?
Then whom did
Now,
you spend
see,
Christmas
I
with?
have I have someone who has been with me for like 10 years.
Is it a male or a female? She's a she.
Yeah, she's my pastor's wife. So she's my mother. Yes, she's. I call her my mom. I say alone, but she's someone like you know, mtaba and bichi. So I remember like every time I go to her place, they say I've taken like a month, then I go there. She was like, "That's why you're so small. You cannot even finish a plate of food." So she made sure you are Malawi and Mary. I was like, you know, I'm to bike. So up to now, I know why I'm small. I'm not a food person.
I think in town, when it comes to Christmas, all talks is about food. Like, what else after food?
In town?
But is it really about food? Let's just talk a little bit about that. Christmas, New Year, okay, beginning of year, that tends to be quite long and very, very weird. But like, what does that mean? Now after you've grown up, the food thing used to be back then, we used to move from home to home.
Yeah,
of course.
You know, eating, back then when we were young. Right now, what does it mean to you? Because some of you are single, like, ogenda gula pint ya mata, ne cookie.
That's it.
Personally, I would say food is not something that I look forward to having, something fancy. In fact, when someone tells me that there is a party somewhere, there is food, I'm like, food, don't even mention it. I can buy that food for myself. So for me, it's more about family bonding, having conversations.
But Ben, you spent your Christmas here. Was your family here? In town? So you were with your girlfriend?
No.
He has a family.
I have a family. I have a family somewhere, but of course I can't disclose that. But I have a family that loves me.
Okay.
Yes, true.
So food is there, but for me it's not all about food. It's about the love, the talks, yeah.
When we talk about that, do you know that production happens even during the festival?
Exactly. We completely don't have these holidays.
Like, that struck my mind. Like, when do you get to rest? When do you sign off work? Because I can imagine, I think you're even off work, but you're on phone call. Just to make sure that certain things
are
move
working.
the way they move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what happens? What do you hate about working on not just this festive season, but there are so many other festive days and
holidays? Yeah, holidays.
I am glad this Christmas has been fair, because when I went out, I didn't have someone calling me ABC. But think a year ago, I didn't come to work. Like I told my head of production, you know what, I'm taking this time off. So I went out with my friends, entering water. I'm all, you know, enjoying. Someone comes, says, you know what, you have a call. I'm like, who is calling? Going to check. My head of production is calling me, and I'm in water. Come back, come and work. I'm like, wait, I told you. Beatrice, there's nobody here. Come and work. I left water. I left my friends. I had to rush to the studio. Water on my, like, everything was messed up. I said, what is this? We can't,
like,
can't I even enjoy my small life on such a day?
You took the harder things of life. Because all of you told me it's a passion.
It's a passion.
Actually, you have to be in love with it.
Actually, it is a passion, but
a passion that you need to be excused.
It is a passion, but this time around, this year, I think this has been the hardest time of the year for Christmas festives to my side. I think it's the first year having Christmas not with my family.
Okay.
Having Christmas with work. So
and passion.
Then they
passion. That is what passion does.
And then you know that you see your name, you're like, I have to be here.
You have to be here. You have to work.
And the beauty is when you get there, you're settled. You feel like, okay, it has come, it has come. Let me pour in myself.
And you know, Hilda, it's a crucial time whereby kids are back from school, everyone is home, so they need information, they need to be fed, they need something going on the screen. So there is no way how you can tell people that it's festive season. So for me, I feel like it is something that I live for, like not to say for myself, but for someone out there to inform them if it's a pastor's program, like my friend Elisha, you know, and feed them with the word of God. So it's not about us, it's about the people out there.
Okay, so but what you're saying is the viewers are really important.
Viewers are very important.
They must be fed, and
so then their TV has to be
and on such a day, the number is actually big compared to what we've been having before, because all of them are back home, they are all on TV, what's happening here, so you have a big number watching you already.
Actually, I think it is hard to deliver in festive seasons. Behind scenes, it is very hard for people who are working, but then it is the most productive season to us as producers, because these are the moments, these are the days where you have more people to watch.
Viewing,
we have more viewers. People are more expectant in those seasons because most of them are home and watching. So it is the hardest but most productive to us, and we benefit a lot because these are the seasons where we get more views.
I don't remember which years, but there are years I used to transport food from home on Christmas Day to bring to people at the studio. I remember
next year you should do it. Next year we should do it again.
This year you should do it. I don't know who is going to be here, but I remember I would pack buckets and buckets of food. So let's dive into. I know you guys have resolutions, New Year. Because again, you must keep serving, and I think service keeps getting better and bigger. What are your New Year's? What are you looking up to?
Personal as for the show.
Yeah, personal, your passion. Because it's mingled up.
Me?
You guys have thrown you to the deep end.
Me?
Some of you.
Ready to go first.
Have you thought about
I'm always ready.
Me,
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
One of the biggest resolutions that I have for this year, I want to plan a 2 to 3 days production training, TV. And I plan to do that at least by May, June. I'm targeting students for my own. I want to see how far I have moved, what I can deliver. I won't do it alone. I have, I'm looking at a number of people, my producers here. We shall all be there. So I want.
So wait, you're going to train. Oh, okay.
I want to have students, especially students, and maybe those that someone has not made it up there, but they feel like they are passionate about production and they don't know where to start from. So I want to have a 2 to 3 days training that happened this 2024. I take them through what I have learned, what I know, and then they are good to start from there.
Okay, that's interesting. So at least the people that are watching, some of them have been opened, the eyes have been opened that you can actually get this training.
Yeah.
So let them come through.
Me as a person, as the year begins, all throughout this year, the next year, the coming year 2022-24, I've seen myself performing year 2023, maybe and other past years, but I believe I can have growth each and every year, each and every day that comes my way. So I want to give myself more opportunities to grow in this. I want to give myself opportunities to grow, not only in production, but also my personal life. I want to see a difference. I want to see myself prevailing in whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
And I want to see it impacting lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Mr. Producer.
Joab Pro.
I think Elisha hit exactly what I was going to say. I said, this year has been so, I think it's one of the best years. It started in a very low mode, but surprisingly, God did what He does best. So it's one of my best years. So I think around September, I think my year I was already contented with it. So
You were already like it was done, everything was good.
Yes.
Didn't you get a heartbreak in this year?
This year? Yeah, it is okay. Those are normal.
Hey, it's
Ben is so bad. Ben was looking at me. I didn't know something.
I haven't said anything.
Like Tumaranga.
I know September
But in September, like Maya was already good, so I was already looking at New Year resolutions. So I was looking at going back to school and do some trainings in regards to production. There's some challenges I've faced in production that not caused by anyone else, but maybe just because of some skills I lack.
Okay.
So I feel like I need to go and acquire them.
Wow.
So, we like complaining. Then we blame people. Then we fail to look at ourselves and we want to blame everyone. Which is very bad, and it makes you not to grow when you start blaming everyone.
That's true.
So I don't want to put it on anyone else, but I would look at myself as a person that it's midst of it. So I want to go back to school and acquire those skills. So if you say I'm 70% okay, I want to be 100% or 120%. So I want to go back. Then this year I used to do social media coaching classes with some media personalities. I used to get like in a year I get like three times. I get those guys that need that coaching and the media, because the most influential people you see that are having numbers and are getting gigs, most of them they get them just because they have numbers, but in most cases they don't know how to keep the numbers and even get more deals. So they used to need those teachings, so I used to really do them. This year I did not do them because I was more focusing on my business and things I was doing. So I want to really do it again next year. So those are the things I want to really do next year.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. You're not planning for God to bless you in other aspects of life?
Oh, you really believe He has blessed you?
I can't plan for God to bless me. He blesses me. Because that's why.
In other aspects of life.
For example.
God can do things better and bring
Aren't you tired of single life?
Single life. Let's make money.
It's the same thing. There is someone who told me, naye Ben bemutamufunira mukazi.
By the way, Ben.
Mukwanira omukazi ne mumufulira. Otherwise.
Not just to surprise you. Before COVID came, I went in the village to see my mzee. And there's this,
later, Ben, you're looking at Joab.
I know where this is going.
There are these aunties of mine that still have the traditional. So they got for me a wife. So for them
they call her your wife.
So my aunt told me, you have put on shoes, we are going somewhere. I was like, okay, because I was coming from grazing. So we are going somewhere. I was like, Aunt, whatever. So we went to some family. I was like, oh, this is my son from Kampala. I told you about. Like, okay. I was
wife.
No, so when I was there, I seated. A girl came, she was veiling herself, we could not see her.
She was veiling herself?
See, like that car, yeah.
Kati gwenga church gena maso mumutima.
No, after when the girl came, they were all these things. This is my son working from Kampala. They started saying, oh, this is a person. They introduced me to the family. I was like, wait, there's something fishy going on. So I was on my phone. I was like, I put my phone down. I was like, okay. Now this is a very good family, my son. You know our things. They have a good history. We don't want you to bring us here. Someone we don't know. I was like, wait, so the wife is there. I was like, okay. So now you don't want to, shame the
girl.
It's like different the girl, the elders, even so. It's a sign of disrespect. And you had to pretend everything is okay. So after everything, I was supposed to talk to the girl. To cut the story short, we came on one border. Yes. It's after. No, like we had to talk one-on-one. But to cut the story short. Yes, you know those girls. So, but to cut the story short, we came using one border.
With her?
Yeah,
with the wife?
With my auntie.
Hey.
But we went to, going back. We used to that's very valid. So when I came, I went back, I told my muzee left, was like, you guys, you know, because they did not tell my muzee. Because my muzee knows me. I was like, now you would have told me. Like, you would have, I know you have, like,
I would have saved you that shame.
He's not a traditional guy, you know, like, you would have told, he laughed at them. I was like, me? Like, in this traditional era, you get from me a wife? I was like, no. So,
But when the Kampala girls become a problem, don't you remember that wife and you're like, they had given me someone on a silver platter.
Those things no longer work, really.
But you can develop love. Tell us your resolutions, Ben.
Okay, my 2024 resolutions already started on them. One, I want to focus on what I believe I'm good at. So that is audio production. And I have already gotten my equipment. I want to do a home station at home. So
that you can make your money.
Time to make money. This is the time to make money. So I already got what I can say, the most expensive equipment I've gotten. Only one that is remaining, the desk.
The desk?
The desk, I'm getting it in January. After...
Isma will do it.
Isma
will do it.
Isma wali. But I'm getting my workstation set. So that I can focus on that, because one thing, if you depend on a salary only, you're doomed.
A big disappointment.
You have to think outside the box. Like I have to deliver to my bosses.
Yeah, but I also have to create my own.
But I have to create my own time to make my own money. So that is my 2024.
How are you planning on getting clients?
My work is good. It just sells itself. But anyway, I have a friend I have a friend called Solomon. He does live productions, and is the one who has been teaching me mixing and mastering live events.
Music?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Live events. I just want to major in mixing and mastering.
Okay.
Not beat making.
Something different.
But because everyone can
here in Chinese.
Yeah, everyone can do beat making. Genda keyboard no kube chigoma, but me, I would like to specialize in mastering and and mixing and mastering.
Some people do only mixing, some people don't even master.
Some people do beat making, natwale omulala nakola mixing, natwale omulala nakola mastering. But me, I would like to major into, because we deal in pastors.
The most expensive thing, by the way.
Okay.
So we deal with pastors, we deal with choirs, we deal with artists, so many of them, and we do live recording. Could be a worship session, it could be, so we do live recording with Solomon. He has a studio called PIM Records. So of recent we did Isaac Serkenya, the last album he did. We did the live recording. So I work with PIM in such.
Kumbe, but you're there in deep waters, in yes. What in money. You
yes.
Look at Joab.
So we work with Chiwa.
If the language I understand, so
I should get some money.
Yes. We work with Chiwa.
For just being your bad days, I should get some money.
Chiwa used to do. He does mastering very well.
Chiwa is one of the best in the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Solomon introduced me to that guy. So kwegamba
divine connections after divine connections. I love that.
So Solomon forced me to get equipment. He was like, because he was teaching me certain things, he was like, in case if you want to be good, you have to get real equipment. So I started working on that, but now I'm done. I'm just waiting for the table to set my small station.
Wow, that's nice. And because you guys have seen people in the same industry who are not growing.
Very.
Because I think I've seen so many people that are languishing right now. They're even like in deep poverty, and yet they had a chance to keep growing and keep bettering themselves, because the world is not at standstill. I don't know if you have seen this and what your word would be, especially to the people that are watching, because it can be in different arenas of life. Why do you feel you have the need to grow as a person? Because all of you seek to grow. Why do you feel you have the need to grow as a producer?
I think. First of all, when you talk about, we've seen people that had a chance of making it and they did not make it. I think in most cases we get comfortable.
Yeah.
In places where we are working from, and we forget that these are businesses of someone.
Yeah.
He hustled somewhere. Now it is his business to sustain it, not to make it happen for you. No.
So you have to think for yourself.
For yourself.
Because this is a transition.
Yes.
You are in a journey into one it is.
Yes. But in most cases, we get comfortable. You do not, you don't plan for your tomorrow.
Yeah.
All you're thinking about is at the end of the month, I'm getting the money. I am spending it, but I'm expecting another money at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Not forgetting in 5 years, being the same person is a very big disappointment.
Very big, and then the same money next year is not going to help you much.
It won't, because even the world changes. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Then you end up bringing disappointment to others. You frustrate work.
Yeah.
You frustrate people that are now. You even frustrate the new talents. Maybe they're entering the same industry, because you see, the more you keep doing the same thing, you have experience. You feel like now there's something that you develop. I think many people have suffered it, that self-entitlement.
Entitlement, yeah.
So bad. When these people grow, few people really find ways of really
making themselves better.
Of controlling it, because when you get that self-entitlement and then at the same time you fail to grow, it comes with disappointment, and then you frustrate others, and guess what? You end up not growing totally, because first of all, you fear to correct your mistakes, because this is how you correct your mistake. You accept that I wasted these years. You decide to start again. But again, when you have that self-entitlement,
you can't.
You fear to start, because you're like, now, Beni Akaja. I've been here for 10 years, Ben of 2-3 years, and you fear to start, and it really affects us. But to go back to what you asked me, I think we need to see ourselves as this is our way to somewhere we are going, but this is not the destiny. This is not our end. That use this place that I am going somewhere, but when you become comfortable, days are going, and guess what? As I said, it's someone's business. The business might close. leave alone closing. The owner, he's the control of everything. He changes the mind, like how the flow of everything is going to change.
Yeah.
And it will affect you because you can never plan for a business, not yours. So when you become comfortable, it's very, 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 very hard. How about you're in this space, you know, even if Madame Bahati wakes up and tells you, Joab, you know what? We might not need you next year.
This is the end.
We want you to work for us this remaining 3 months. Do you know how you feel like you have a starting point?
Yeah.
You even work for these 3 months as if you're giving you the best with joy. You're like this.
Because you know I'm building something.
Leave alone, you're like, this place has mentored me.
Yeah.
This place has given me a beginning.
Wow.
You feel like you're appreciating it, but guess what? If you don't have a beginning, you feel like you're cursing the place.
Yeah.
You feel like the place never did anything. You actually start saying they used me.
Yeah.
But guess what? Do you know why we say they used us? Because we forget this is someone's business.
Yeah.
They were giving us a starting point. Just like the way I said, they also started somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I think we just supposed to know that we just don't need to be comfortable. Let's try to know that there is a life after this. After
job.
This. Yes.
After a job. Wow. I think he has represented all of you in this, but I hope that we all have something to learn out of this and how we can be able to embrace that change. These seasons are going to come, but growth, and I'm so happy that we actually got to talk about growth.
TV, a place for you.
Did you know that you can acquire a skill in less than 3 months? Dynamic Media School skills you in TV and radio presenting, motion graphics, graphics designing, control room management, show production, audio production, confidence building, lighting and videography, personal branding, social media management, cinematography, video editing, marketing and sales, and effective communication. This is designed to provide practical skills and hands-on experience with the focus on developing critical thinking, research, and communication skills. You will have access to high-quality learning materials, including online lectures and other resources, as well as a dedicated team of facilitators and influencers who are available to assist you with any questions or concerns that you might have. Enroll today. Call 0702 021 834 or WhatsApp 0760-881-331. Dynamic Media School is an excellent choice for anyone looking to start or advance their career in this exciting and dynamic field. You don't get the life that you deserve, but that which you decide. It's time for you to decide to dominate your life. You don't do that by just having passion, you need a plan. Let's show you how you grow practically in character, competence, and in other areas of life. Welcome back to Bahati.
People are here growing, having visions, and I would love to pick up from where you were talking about a vision that someone has to work towards something. But my concern is some people do not have a clear vision. A clear vision of this is what I want. Maybe that's not what you will be, but at least this is what I want to achieve. And sometimes we are told that you should dream bigger than what you can achieve, so that at least you have the momentum to go higher. That when you hit it, well and good. When you don't hit it, at least you will hit a better spot than you were. So the clarity, I think, also matters.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so you guys, I mean, we're getting into the new year. Definitely you have your resolutions, you want to grow, and the beautiful thing, you want to grow beyond just working for a company and be able to work for yourselves. The initiative about, are people going to pay for the classes?
Yeah.
How much?
I'll let you know.
Eh? And you're going to call them what? Production classes?
Sure, I'll get a name. Good one, very captivating. They'll come.
And but are you already building a personal brand?
I am.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm not seeing
I
you.
am.
Unintentional one.
It's a big one.
Joab,
It's a
I know
big one.
ebintu bino personal marketing and personal
Have
branding.
you heard Joab? Work on
Like,
it.
like seriously,
No,
even,
our man is
even
coming.
Uncle Ben, you really have to build a personal brand. Yes, on people, you know,
Yes,
they will come, but still you need to tap into, you know, more people that don't know you, that are above what you are doing. Yeah. So what's your plan
For
inviting people?
Damn, he does hijack.
No, like seriously, when you have sometimes we have these dreams, and then all of a sudden the year goes, you even fear, you're like,
strategy.
and you're like,
Exactly.
the quarter goes, another quarter goes. So I don't want us to sit here next year after you guys ngamuliba nini, you know, because at the end of the year mujja kuba, you know,
But wawasizadda
that's not in your resolution.
Job yangambi after
So job wa next year.
Ate Elisha.
Elisha
Very
this
soon.
year.
Very
Elisha this
soon.
year.
Because he has to do faster because the church is growing and ministry comes with responsibility. So please.
Elisha this year is not ending.
Very soon. Very soon.
Is there any hope?
Anyirira.
You want to be like Ben, I bring everything from my wife. He's at the back of
Jali
my
eyo
mind.
naye alaba. Anyirira.
Ate abantu bwe bati banaye abantu alinga Elisha mbegendereza.
Musumba.
Someone was telling me on Friday, I was like, Elisha tujja mufunira oba yali ani? Elisha no ino mufunira omuntu. And I was like, Elisha mumwegendereze ayinza obasooka mwenna.
I know.
Ate nga ali oyogera mazima, that is prophecy.
You see? So Jali,
we are okay by that. We like we are okay.
We shall
You have our support.
But why do we keep bypassing Beatrice?
I
happening?
don't know
What's
why.
happening?
Okay, this is it. Listen.
Beatrice has a problem of making a choice.
Yes, but he has boyfriends.
You guys
Very
know
many.
more than I
Boyfriends.
know.
Yeah.
And we deal with her.
She's our friend.
So she has like what,
We
5?
can actually leave her, we talk for
I
her.
have the first 3 here, but they are not decisive.
Yeah, like seriously.
So I have more outside.
Now he has more outside.
You have 3 at the station.
Madam Bahati is shocked.
1, 2,
On set.
3 on
No,
set.
on set, count me out.
Where is all
How do you denounce me on set?
Resolution. Yeah.
Okay. Let's come back. This is going to be very simple, and given the fact we are just starting it, I don't want to impose a lot of money on people, because again, these are students that I'm looking at. So the money for other things that are going to be, we're going to have to use, I will see where I can generate that. But the little fee I'll be charging the students are basically coming to help them with lunch and maybe breakfast.
It's going to be like a whole day, 3 days,
Yes.
whole day, with a certificate at the end. I love that.
Yeah.
Beatrice
So
Productions.
I will promote for you.
Pima production.
Okay.
It's going to be big, massive.
You guys handle issues on a daily. With production topics, you get them from the daily news, what's happening and stuff like that. I would love to know the year ending, some of the things that stood out for you, especially in the arena, because as you make your scripts, you're informed about the daily, especially you, I know, Beatrice. Beatrice, I think, asula kumawulide, akerera kumawulide. I don't know how she does it, but what has been the most outstanding topics that you have scripted for your talents that have really felt like these are impactful, or these some of them could be very sorrowful and very bad, because all those things are happening out there?
First and foremost, I think one of the topics I've so much been keen on, and I would still love to have a wrap-up of it in this year, is seeing how far. I wouldn't want to say I am going political, but having the state of the country. Do you get it? The state of the country here, I mean the roads that are happening. We've had scenarios where they're telling us we're working on roads here, working on roads there, and our roads have been promised a number of times. When the year ends, we shall have this done. By the time this year ends, this shall be done. So we want to look at that this year. Have this government been in a position to have this done?
Is that a question that you can even ask Beatrice?
I need to know.
No, is that a question? Because it has a direct answer.
What is the answer?
That we are worse than we began.
Who said so? Who said?
Me, who drives on the roads of
That is
Kampala,
you.
unless there is another road
He
of
has a
Kampala that
different
I
answer.
don't know.
He does.
Joab, you think we've been better than we started?
Before this year ended, I think the former speaker of
Just
parliament,
yesterday, I had a problem. Molago, roundabout. They cut, you know how they cut those nani with very sharp edges?
Yes.
And the tire got torn, and it was brand new. Brand new tire. It got torn.
Garage.
Things are
What are you
worsening.
talking about?
and now then that
And I
is
had
where
to
we are
park at
coming
First
in
Pharmacy
to
and call
dissect.
for a mechanic to come and change the tire. Like
the
seriously.
case is
So if you tell me
things.
that is not even a question, I even don't know how to handle the government anymore.
Maybe the problem is that they are working, but the
Working
people who are,
where?
Madam
but the
Bahati,
people
there
who
are
are
people
working
who still believe
unprofessional.
they are
Working
working.
where?
Where
That,
they-
but towards
Okay, where?
Like they
they
should
are
show
working where?
us.
at
Because the
now,
road I use,
Uh-huh.
the most worst one.
that is where we are coming at.
Yeah.
You get?
That is where you're
it's
coming
where
at.
we are,
So
yes.
your government-
We want to.
Eh.
No,
But
we're
I
not
was going to
government.
say, we are working with
Representative.
Beatrice
Because
is government.
Oh, I'm a spy.
She could be the government.
Minister Beatrice.
So you want to look at the state of the country.
Yes.
Why are we doing TLP here now?
This is not TLP.
Nah.
My,
That's where we are heading.
no. On my
With
morning
you
show, we
now.
give you updates on what's happening, what's trending, and that is why I said.
So that has been the
No,
really
we are putting
catching.
you on hot seat. We are TLPing you.
Not really, but Madam Bahati, this is it. Okay, yes, I know we've cried, we've complained, we've said A, B, C, D. The government is not doing anything, but it's our role as media to
do
keep
what?
alarming. We need
Until
to keep
when?
shouting
Until when?
Until
Madam, but you're tired?
Of talking
who is
about it.
tired.
I am. I want to make my
I
own.
got fed a long time ago.
You
want
like
to
it,
get
you
you-
like it.
No, it's like having a bad partner. And you're like, okay, I will choose the good things from this partner, and I will close my eyes
On
to
the
the bad
on the
ones for
negative.
as long as they are not fatal and they can't kill me. So the bad roads are not going to kill me. But there is a V8 that disappeared, Mumuala, the other day. Did you see it? A V8.
Imagine.
Penkoni.
Mpenkoni, like
True.
it just drowns in water.
Completely.
You. What kind of hole is that? In Kampala.
bakola bye baagala.
That is
And the more you cry, the more mad you look.
I know.
Tuveyo.
but
Just give up.
it's better still because again,
No, kakati, ogenda, it's like me telling you, give me this shirt. Nje like nja jikuwa. Neno jangu jamba dengo jigolo dera bulungi go jamba dengo nyumie. Na kine wagambye okujimpa. As in the more I cry, I look mad. Why can't I go and buy
You're
my
right.
own?
maybe I am crying and you're not hearing. Maybe I'm not. So I need to.
So if you're not hearing, then I might as well keep quiet. And
Kat, when you keep quiet, I imagine you've forgotten. So you want to ask me again? I'll keep
So if
putting
you-
on
So
it.
I forget.
If you are
I
able
know
to
it's
imagine,
my
that
role
means
to
that you
play.
know.
Then I forget.
I know, yes, that I want. So I need to keep alarming into your
media
ears every
houses do we
time.
have? How many of them are alarming?
Nze nakugamba.
We are redefining. We are redefining.
But again, no. Let me bring this to your attention because you're the guys that make that make talents. I think I want to look forward to that moment where our media makes a lot of sense that can even shake the government.
When
I know in other countries it has happened that when media speaks about something, some people look into the issue because here I think most of us, the media people or the talents, are still Mugati Gwaliru. But there are some media people, they have their own businesses, they're in media for passion. And now they're at that level where they can demand for certain things and speak about certain things and highlight certain things. I don't know whether you understand what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
do.
about.
Yeah.
Don't you dream of those days?
I think
such days?
that must be countries that have democracy, But now for us who do not have it,
We don't have democracy. No, we keep voting.
We don't have. We vote because
They're trying a democracy one.
it's not there.
Slippery grounds. I don't want to finish my show and Ivan is waiting for me down there.
We ate Christmas well. Not in there well.
Yeah.
Please.
Slippery grounds.
So what's been the most touching for you?
I think to me, with the show I do, I think I will really not go into stories much, but I think my best thing this year, I think like on my show, I think I was organizing for an interview with a certain international artist because I wanted to improve more on just having interviews for our local talents, but I wanted to have someone is, let's say someone is Nigeria, I need to have him on the show, live on the show, not just recording him, but and we were successful and it was really doable and we did some good interviews. Now there's this interview I had waited it for some good time, and even I was like, God help me, my people do it the way it is, like in the better way.
Kumba, you also pray.
Yes, I was like, because I was going to interview Pompey and the wife. Pompey is one of the most respected artists in Africa. So now with Esther Chungu, so I talked to Pompey, he was like, I am okay, I'm waiting. So I was like, now I'm going to give you the management number. Now, the PR guy, he had to ask me everything. This. I was like, this is okay. We shall have you. So there was a lot. So they also wanted to know the direction of the questions. So they don't want certain questions also.
Yeah.
It happens in the media. So I had to leave my talents. Naina Mukalika Fia, they do it. Though this is an international artist, now he also has a wife on set. So everything went well. Pompey appeared, and guess what? This guys delivered. If I've ever told them, I don't know, but they made me so happy.
Don't they get gifts?
They need to get gifts, I think.
New Year's gift.
I think I will give them 1st January.
I'll make sure I ask.
I have failed to give them Christmas gift, so I will give them 1st January. You're watching, be waiting. So I think they made me so happy that interview was one of my best, and they did so well. Then after the interview, Pomp gave me a direct call. I was like, wow, it's one of my best interviews I've ever had. He thanked me. And then also the management also, like tomorrow, they sent me a message. I was like, okay. I did not enjoy it alone. They also enjoyed it after watching the interview. So
the best producer.
No. So I think I enjoy that.
Wow, you really look like you really enjoyed it.
I did.
That's beautiful. Ben.
Yes.
Highlights this year. As in, what stood out most for you, especially in the shows that you produce, because you deal with topics.
Yeah.
What stood out?
I think I should say the most recent one, the Grit and Grace.
Okay.
That has crowned it for me.
It was
because
I think one of the best I attended.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
For me, like we've done these for some good time, but this one stood out for me because at some point, of course, I had to participate physically.
Share your personal story.
Yes, but when people gave their stories, the Fionas, the Mollys, you, and also meditating about that topic, the grace and grit. For me, it stood out for me. Especially when I shared my story of losing my mom and also continuing to work. That is the best topic.
Everyone was like, wow.
Yeah, because I think that was July 8th when we were doing a graduation ceremony. And that's when I got the news that my mom was, had gone
to be with God.
To be with God forever. So I was on camera with Elisha and other people, but of course I had to continue delivering, not to bring people in a sad mood and all that for 3 good hours.
Up to now I wonder because mine, when I lost my mom, it was almost like yours, but me, I think I never managed to really be there. Yes.
What I had to do with Isaac, Isaac and Emma, we had to eat the whole gundi kasene yako fruits mabega umetukaja.
Me, it was my birthday.
At the end of the day,
yes,
we packed our stuff. So, Michi, you look like you're shocked.
I know, but
that's what happened. So
I don't get used to such stories, especially personal stories.
Yes. So when God gave you that topic to talk about grace and grit, for me, I related with it more compared to other topics. The topics we've been having throughout the year. So I related with it. So for me, it stood out for me.
Wow. It was my best event. Someone made a statement. It was like, the other media personality, I keep forgetting the name.
Dennis
Duke. Dennis Duke, yes. When he said, there's nothing humble about being poor.
Yeah.
I was like, Then I got attentive. I was like, okay. Said a lot of beautiful words. I was like, wow.
Yeah. So for me, that stood out. Yeah.
Elisha, what stood out for you? You work with the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Actually, before going there, I don't know. This guy, I don't know how he lives his life, Ben. I think one of the most scaring things is losing a parent.
Yeah.
I have never been through that. But when I think of it, it is very hard.
Yeah.
And I'm so surprised. I always get so surprised whenever I think of it. And I wonder how you managed to deal with it, to stand and continue with work in that situation. But going back to the topic, what stood out for me when it comes to pastors, the pastor that I produced was the production that I had. It was an outdoor production in a village called Chanona.
That is
50 days of higher level.
Stella Azamadi. That was a production that I had.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
I know.
My Lord.
Don't they dance while praying or in the channel?
Of course they do. It was one of the most interesting productions that I have ever had in my life.
The Holy Spirit was vivid.
It was.
Yeah?
It was. But it was an experience. It was
Our producer side is like.
It was a live production. It was a live production, and what amazed me most was where I was doing a production with people that I had never worked with. That is one of the hardest things to deal with.
Yeah.
And the people that I was working with, most of them were not that experienced, and that was the time that I had to face being a real producer, whereby you have to make sure that everything has to go right.
The way it's supposed to go.
You know, it is very hard when a client comes to you, and for them, you will not tell them stories.
For you not to interrupt the Holy Spirit.
They have. They have to make sure.
The camera people and production people, where is
I know.
I know.
Yet you have to do your work. But I thank God. I thank God everything had to work out well.
Even
because that was that was the reason why I went. I went to produce a show, and I had to do that. You know, sometimes our biggest problem is that we do not know where to do what.
Yeah, and when to do it.
And when to do it. You know, you find producers, they've called you to produce a show, and you're busy praying.
I know.
Closing your eyes.
Closing your eyes.
No kids.
In fact, you have a confusion because the Holy Spirit, works in
Why
order.
you're here.
So I don't think that is the Holy Spirit.
But talent abatakula tugenda bakolera ki?
But talent abatakola tebagala kola. Because they have.
No, like seriously.
Honestly,
You guys are planning on growth, but just imagine you grow and you have these beautiful ideas. You envision the new year. Maybe you've even, you've set certain trends. You want to be different, to sound different. And then you have a talent. But the
way they fail to grow on the show, same as their career.
Yes.
But as a producer, would you still grow when your talents are not growing?
There's no way grow. But that's why
You cannot
at
grow.
the end of the day, we don't remain with them.
Yeah, because you have to change. You have to switch to someone who's going to benefit you.
That grace period, whereby you have to act as a producer, teach them this, be patient with them. He comes late, you listen, you want to be understanding, don't want to sound rude. But guess what? I'm a human being. I get tired.
Yeah.
Like I get tired. Like of recent.
Give it to us.
People, they know we are starting our intro 5:20.
Gabi and Easy somewhere.
Yeah, Gabi and Easy.
To be specific.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
5:20. But now there was this car behavior that has developed. They keep wasting like 2 minutes. Started as 1, 2, 3, and guess what? If you leave it happen, they will spoil the whole 10 minutes.
10,
End up starting at 5:30.
Yeah.
And guess what? Someone came early. They were there the whole day.
And they passed time.
Now, he was around. Yes. But
10 minutes
that time to start, he was nowhere to be seen.
They are going for
he's
lunch.
not in the studio. I don't know whatever.
They'll go for a short
Maybe
call.
he was at the reception, but he was nowhere to be seen. I was like, easy caller. Because now, should I call you? Like, seriously?
No.
You were around.
You knew?
You knew? You know when the show starts. I was like, he came, I think he came 2-3 minutes past.
Into the show.
Like, thank you. And one person works.
Opened the link.
So, meaning if you do it the second time, third time, you're off the show.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
Yeah.
But after Easy doing this whole link alone, did he have to chip in afterwards
No.
in other links?
We are growing.
Actually,
we are increasing 20%.
there is something there is something that I know, and I think whenever you're working with someone who is not willing to grow, they are a threat to your career or to your growth.
And they are blocking your growth.
And the more you keep around with them, you're also going to fail. If your intention is to grow as a producer, and you're having a talent who is not willing to grow, you would rather sweep that one off and remain with someone who is ready to grow.
That means you don't be overly too nice, wanting to be too understanding.
And another thing, there's something Bahati
all the
talked
guns are
about,
pointed at you.
Bahati one day talked about there's this person who knows I know more, but guess what? Yes, he knows more, but the experience he has, he uses it twice a week. But the rest of the days, doesn't give it to you. Those people are very hard.
I know.
You'd rather be with someone who is not experienced much, but he
willing to grow.
Consistent.
He gives you the best of his,
every
but consistently.
day. Yeah.
That person will go. But the other person of I know.
I'll give it today, and I'll give it after 3 days.
I will give it when I'm willing.
Let me tell you, never grow. Yes.
That's true.
And those people are a disappointment most times. Whenever you're working with that person, you cannot thrive. Honestly, you cannot thrive because such a person,
sometimes
whenever you're trying to plan something, to build something, for them what they're doing, whichever block you're laying, they are off laying. So you can't move on with such people.
Yeah.
You would rather put them off and go on with something else.
Yeah, right.
Because if you do not do that, you're also going to go down. Imagine your boss has given you a task to fulfill, and you're having a team you're working with, and when you're working with them, some of them are not willing to cooperate in work. What will happen? It's
usually one black sheep.
Your boss will not know.
It will be rare for them
they even don't want to know.
They don't even
they
want to know.
The assignment.
For them, they want to see you deliver. And if you do not deliver, the case is going to come to the entire team.
Surprisingly, even your team will say, producer.
Producer. Everything will come back to you as a producer. So
I think that one word for them is one thing. People don't know us. People don't know us. It's like only this chance people get to know. This one also is part of African Exclusive. Yeah. Whatever we are trying to do, we are doing it for you. For you. Yeah. Like it is your brand. It is like it is. We are helping you.
What will make you laugh? What will make
I've never heard of a producer who is a brand ambassador.
I know.
No, it is their talents. It is their like our products are the one that
are selling.
Yes, our products are the ones selling. The gardeners.
And sometimes you even know their weaknesses. You're like,
no.
Bamulaba wali.
Yaja wano ngataswa nagurawo link wa denim.
Naye kati.
Nekati link ekyamuleme okukola.
But our products, we the guy. So it is for your own good. We are not being harsh. Tomorrow you're not going to be here, but you'll be at on BBC, CNN,
doing wonders. Why? Because you listen.
But you'll not be there when you did not start from somewhere.
Exactly. The foundation is wrong.
And I don't think there is any producer who would work towards seeing their show fall or their show fail in any way. Because every producer, in whatever they are doing, they want to see the best out of their show. So now it's you as a talent or as presenter to hold their hand. So producers are human beings.
Taina talent. Taina talent, but it's stunted.
Me, I thank God
for your talent.
I thank God for my talent. But one thing I should say is that God is excellent and Satan is also excellent. So for you to be lukewarm, the Bible says God will spit you
out of his mouth.
Out of his mouth.
That's very true.
So you either be excellent or be nothing. So I feel like as producers this year, as we are growing, as we said that all of us are going to learn, get better and all that. Also the talents outside who are watching probably. You need to get better on what you do. Because there is, if you Oda onewe one oli wakabi, there is a Kasanva Akaliyeyo. But I know. There are people who are more talented, there are more people, so we need to grow. So if Satan is excellent, he's always at what he does, then God is also good.
You know, actually,
I don't know who you call yourself.
Actually, talking about that, no, back to his one thing that worries me and pushes me to learn more every time that I get an opportunity is whatever generation that comes after my generation is usually wiser than the generation that is and they're always smarter, faster. So if you are not careful, and you think that you know everything, you are good, I will deliver when I want, better people coming. Better people coming.
And they're always,
be it you a producer,
even more good looking.
Yeah, more good looking. Sometimes. So if you're a producer and you're not willing to change, you think that you know everything, you are endangering your career. If you're a talent and you're not willing to change, to learn, to add on more knowledge,
sorry, going nowhere.
Kati on the flip side, but producer abalimisa talent. Ngaye amulinako personal things. Just imagine a producer is male, yakwana talent, ngaisa iso obukono, and talent nagana.
I don't then think you're in position.
You don't do what?
I don't think you're in position to produce such a person.
Eyagana.
No, like in case I have a personal thing.
No, okay, let's say that the producer is female, like Beatrice, and there is talent that he has been eyeing, has even been warming up, and maybe all of a sudden talent gets another person. And all of a sudden bulichakola chikunyiza. Nenga sigama nti chakola chibi.
Ogashoteganye.
But you understand the scenario.
Yes, I do.
But I think it's not good. It's not good. I'll give an example. I think
you have ever.
I think you know. So that's why long interviews are not.
No, you tell us.
Open up.
I'll take you back to the music industry where I so much I'm known where.
Your own story.
Yes. I've ever dated
Within
and
the
that is how I'm
industry.
managing. And
For example,
I think it's never come to be
Good.
normal like the way they were, like how we used to be. So I think it's not good to date your talent.
So what happened? They started kujemera. They no longer listen.
Things can't remain the same. It's very hard.
I thought they get better.
I think you cannot make crucial
With the
decisions.
promoter
But
and music.
In most cases, your
with talent.
decisions muba mukalika feeling.
Gamba toyambala bwotyo.
Wayogera obo muwuliriro gamba okay. So in most cases your best decisions end up going because muba mukalika softness.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
But if you dated and maybe you tried and things did not work out,
You can reverse.
and you're still working with this same person,
It's never normal.
You can reverse and say, know your position, I know my position.
Madam Hilda,
me, I think, Madam Hilda, the best way is separate the two.
Okay.
If I am the producer, get Elisha.
What if
to come
the
and
bosses
produce?
do not know?
That's the thing. People have silent things.
Auntie Kati, then you have
And
to
both
step
of you are
up
not
and wait.
willing.
No, you have to speak out.
That
You
what?
get? If I know I'm having hard time producing him because we have this that probably nobody knows, then I need to get that small trust and talk to one of my leaders. Tell them, you know what? At least give me another show.
Why?
I cannot handle ABC.
Why?
I'd like to
Because
say-
we are not.
No, it may not
we are
be for
babies.
me.
We can see between
It may
the
not be
lines.
for me,
We
but
can
to
read.
someone else.
Beatrice, you think you can fall in love with someone and we hear and we fail to know?
That means you know by the time I'm coming to you.
By the
then
time
at
you're
least
coming to
you
us,
know.
it's because we know that the reason as to why that
everybody is
duo is
looking
not
at you.
working.
Then
is
Kati,
because
now,
there's something.
at least do it in my favor. Ask him to come and sit in,
Who
produce
sent
my
you
show.
there? And we know you're the best producer for the morning show, so why should we take you off? Make it work.
And
You're
now,
a leader. Rectify your
There is a
mistake.
possibility I am not performing due to
That's
what is happening because of this relationship thing. But now I feel like I cannot kill the show
Do
completely.
you know, as leaders, sometimes too, like Ademwavika, you're like, Katwala Jemugendo Komanga, we know what
End in
has brought
premium
us.
tiers.
We should get out of here.
End in premium tiers.
Let's just wish them a happy new year and yeah.
I would like to say thank you so much for watching Spirit TV. Thank you so much for watching the Bahati Show. We send our love, our love from us to you. But one thing I should say is one thing I should say is love your neighbors, love yourself, enjoy
Love your
this
talent,
new year.
Love your producer.
Yeah, enjoy this new year.
Our beautiful people, thank you so much. You've been so good this year. So good this year. And we cannot wish you but anything else but the best in these remaining days. But the bigger one, year 2024. And this is what we have to promise you, that we are going to give you the best, better than this year. So we love you and we love you so, so much. Yeah. Happy New Year.
And for me, I just want to thank you all for loving Bahati Show. Above it all, my very two shows, Request at One and the Wake Up Call. The Request
best
at
shows,
One
the biggest
family.
shows.
You guys have been so much supportive. You circulate our artwork everywhere on all your walls. I can't thank you enough. Wake Up Call, we have a group for the supporters. You're doing so amazingly well. You tell us if this is not right, this is right, producer work on this. I mean, they help us grow. I want to say Merry Christmas to you. Continue loving us, continue supporting us and pushing our shows. And yes, I promise this year, 2024,
Better.
I have the best for you. Just keep watching.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah, and to our viewers, Spirit TV, I just want to thank you all who have been watching our shows. We cannot do anything without you.
Yeah.
We are nothing without you. You're the reason why we are what we are. So we bless the Lord that we have you in our lives. We have you to view our shows. And to the pastor, to those who are, for pastors, standing in for the pastors, I just want to thank you all.
Keep coming.
Keep coming.
Bring the money.
Bahati Show,
Circulate your-
thank
the
you
word
very,
of
very,
God.
very much. And for next year, as it comes in, wait for the best.
Bigger things. We love you. Mwah.
Mwah.
Thank you for watching. Bahati comes to you every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday,